Sans.
Welcome
Alright.
to Little Witch Academia Cast.
Real quick, I wanted to talk about manga that I caught up on the plane.
Yes.
Um, One of them is My Hero Academia. I'm not gonna spoil anything because I know you guys are anime watchers.
Willer spoiled that booty for me.
I did spoil one panel for Bradley, and it was the darkest chapter in all of My Hero. It was like I was reading Worm again.
Yeah, he showed me the panel and I was like, I have very little knowledge of My Hero, but I was like, I never imagined anything in the story would get that dark.
Yeah, I don't have much knowledge, but this ain't it, Chief. Um, My Hero, after where the anime is, you're gonna get to a really good arc. That's my favorite arc. It's called the Gentle arc. You'll know it when you get there. Really like that arc. But the arc that just wrapped up was focused on the villains, and it was really, really good. And there was this mini arc that kind of ruined My Hero for me. They're doing like a training exercise with Class B, and not only was it kind of boring, but they introduced plot points that kind of are jumping the shark of basically the basis of My Hero Academia. I was really worried about the show of the manga at that point. This arc reinstilled my faith in it. It established the main villain as a very good main villain once again.
Good.
Um,
That I remember you talking about that, and I was like, I don't know if I want to read My Hero if it's gonna do this kind of thing.
It's to be fair, it hasn't focused on that character in a hot minute that I was
Yeah.
worried about. But man, it was just so quality. And the arc after the one the anime is gonna wrap up on, I think, is also just like, it's short, it's sweet. Um, Gentle's the best character. You'll know one day. I also caught up with um, Promised Neverland, which is something I don't think any of y'all have read or watched except for Bradley.
Yeah, I did the first like 30
Arc.
chapters,
Yeah.
and it's extremely quality, but I don't know if it's a story for me.
I told Bradley that it was like Death Note level plot games, and that really got him thinking. And he did not feel it was up to snuff with Death Note. Um, so with Promised Neverland, that first arc is like kind of the pinnacle. It's really tough to beat at opening that strong. I think most people would agree with that. Not necessarily Bradley, but I feel like most of the fans are like, man, that first arc was insanely good. My favorite arc actually comes after. It's called the Goldie Pond arc. That is a very quality arc. We're reaching the last arc in Promised Neverland. And the point at which I caught up to, we have now gotten to the beginning of the climax of it that's been being built up for a long time. It's a series that's really interesting because it starts with like fully mind games, and then it becomes like action mind games, and that's around the part where like there's an arc that somehow even surpasses the first arc for me. Then there's a bit of a shift from that point, and that's when the manga kind of takes its first dip for me, where stuff starts kind of getting rushed. But I feel like with the setup of this last arc, it's getting back on track, so I'm optimistic. Um, I also read more Doctor Stone.
Good.
Tyler's the only one who is ahead of me at this point. Uh,
We might be.
I'm not caught up on it though.
I'm not caught up on it either. So like
I-
we might be in the similar.
I got
same
to the
spot.
point where they got to that island and revelations were made, and I need to know what the hell that's about.
Yeah. We don't know yet.
I'm so interested.
I'm just like a couple of chapters ahead. They're doing this is this isn't a spoiler. They're doing like this beauty contest thing.
Is it with that girl? I just got introduced to this hot girl that everyone's like proposing to.
Okay, yeah. So you're a little. I may be like 3 or 4 chapters ahead of you. That's
I'll
about
try to catch up maybe tonight or tomorrow, and then
it. Yeah. I mean, I caught up all on One Piece today, so you know you
That's
could
true.
owe me that.
I owe you one. Well, the Destiny I will be playing is suffering enough for me.
Hey, I came to Disney.
That's a Joe thing. But also I benefited. All right, that's it for Willer's Manga Corner. See, it wasn't that bad. That was under 5 minutes.